This is very important, especially person wey wan marry. Whether you be man or you be woman, say you wan marry, you have to be very, very careful. Pay very close attention to this woman's story. She made a very big mistake in her life, a mistake that backfired. Before you marry, make sure you do a proper background check of the person. No be say to just carry person you marry, whether you be man or be woman. Go to the person's village. Send people to go to the person's village. The best place to get information about person is in his or her village. Send people there. Anyway, let's watch this sad video first of what happened to this woman.
It shall not be well with you. If it better for you, make I know why. Now let me tell you about Femi Adeyemi before I tell you what he did to me. Because if I start to talk, if I open my mouth and talk about what Femi did to me, if I start with the betrayal talk, you will not understand completely how this man fooled me. We met in 2012 in a mutual friend's housewarming in DC. I was 28 and he was 38. I was already established. I had a good job. I owned my own apartment. No financial drama at all. I wasn't looking for a man to complete me. I was just looking for a partner. Femi courted me properly. He met with my parents. He even sat with my father for hours. When he proposed to me in 2014, my mother was very happy. My father was very happy. My mother even called him a blessing. Before we got married, we had serious conversations. Conversations that every serious partner will have. We talked about children, our finances, basically our future in general. I wanted children. 3 or 4 children. Family means everything to me, and I let him know that. Femi said he wanted children too. He said he wanted 3 children, and that we will start having kids as soon as we are done with our wedding. It seemed like we were perfect together, so we agreed on that. But what I did not know, what I did not discover until it almost destroyed me is that Femi had quietly walked into a private clinic in Silver Spring, Maryland, and had a vasectomy. Yes, he had a vasectomy. And not just that, he did something else. Something I will never find out until after 10 years. He had a wife in Lagos, registered in court, legally and binded. And he came to America, buried both of those facts, smiled at my father, said I do, and meant absolutely none of it. I was not his wife. I was just his American arrangement. And I will spend 10 years of my life not knowing this. And you think it will be well with you. Femi Adeyemi, it shall never be well with you. Months into our marriage, we started trying for a child, or at least I thought we were trying. Months after months, nothing was happening. I keep telling myself it's normal. Bodies are different. Some bodies take more time than the others. And then I started tracking my monthly cycle obsessively. I changed my diet. I stopped drinking entirely. I did everything right. I started taking prenatal vitamins as well. After a whole year, nothing was happening still. I went back to my OBGYN and she ran a couple of tests and the results came back normal. My OBGYN said, try another 6 months and then come back if nothing happens. But this time, come back with your husband. And I told Femi, he just turned around, nodded his head and said nothing else. And that was it. Before you know it, another 6 months passed and nothing still. I cried in grocery stores parking lots. I hid so many pregnancy test kits under my car seat so Femi wouldn't see how many I was buying. And yet, every month, the test result comes out negative. And then I finally started pushing Femi to go to the doctor with me. But he resisted. He would look at me and said, there is nothing wrong with me. He kept telling me there was nothing wrong with him and that I was stressing myself for nothing and that stress affects fertility as well. But this time, I wasn't backing down. I wasn't going to take no for an answer. I pushed harder until he agreed to semen analysis. And guess what? The test result came back 0 sperm. 0 sperm count, you guys. 0 sperm count. And the doctor said it might be a poor sample and then he should come back next time to try again. And he thanked the doctor, got up and walked away. I walked behind him while we were walking to the car. He seemed so unbothered. And I was like, my husband just found out that he has 0 sperm count. And he seemed not to care. He seemed so unbothered. I should have listened to what that calmness was telling me. I should have listened, but I didn't. And I blamed myself for the next 10 years. And at some point, I was so confused, I didn't know what else to do. So I went ahead and signed up for IVF. And he didn't complain. He didn't try to stop me. He would watch me run towards a wall that he already built. And then he would watch me hit it over and over again. And he would say nothing. IVF is not a simple thing. It takes tons of poking yourself with needle on your stomach every morning. It takes a lot of money. It is not a simple procedure. And this man went with me to every appointment. He drove me to every appointment. Held my hand in the waiting room, looked at me with this patient, gentle expression that I thought it was love at the time. And I'm now just finding out that it was never love. Nah, it wasn't love. It was management. It was him keeping me calm. keeping me in the marriage and keeping me from asking the right questions. On the second round of the IVF, I had a very bad reaction from the hormone injection. I was bedridden for 4 days. I was so bloated. I was feverish. I was in real pain. When I say pain, in real pain. And I remember Femi would bring me soup, sit beside me on the bed and watch me eat it. And I was thinking to myself, oh, this man loves me. I was wrong. 3 rounds of IVF, 3 failures, 31 negative pregnancy tests across my 4 years of trying. 31. After the 3rd round of the IVF failed, my doctor called us and sat us down, and she said she needed a more thorough analysis of Femi's spine. She specifically said the word vasectomy. She said she wanted to test for it and rule that out. Do you know that Femi sat there with a straight face and did not move at all? And then he turned to the doctor and said, that's not possible. I've never had a procedure. With a very straight face. The doctor scheduled a follow-up appointment for us twice, and Femi cancelled it twice. I rescheduled, and he cancelled it again. And at this point, I had to rebook another appointment for myself because he obviously did not want to go. And on that day, my car was bad, and I needed to order a ride. And Femi has been the one ordering ride for us. I do not have the Uber app in my phone. So I picked up his phone to book the ride myself. And guess what popped up on his phone? His calendar. And on that day, on Wednesday, 2013, everything started unraveling. Everything. And then I decided to scroll down his call log from that week. And there was this specific number that stood out. He had called that number 3 times every day before that Wednesday. So I took the number and then went inside our bathroom, locked the door, sat down inside there and put that number on Google. When I put that number on Google, you guys, guess what popped up? It was a men's health vasectomy clinic that popped up on my phone. I was shocked. I was beyond shocked. I sat down on the cold towels in the bathroom and I stopped breathing for a few seconds. And when I say I stopped breathing, I'm not joking. I stopped breathing for a few seconds. And then the next morning I confronted him. I showed him the clinic number. He looked at the phone number. And then he turned around and looked at me. The expression on his face, The expression on his face, I don't know how to describe it. It was not guilt at all. It was not panic. It was something quieter and more devastating than both of them. That expression was more like a relief. Like a man who has been holding his breath for years and he's finally allowed to exhale. And he turned to me and said, I am sorry, I was going to tell you. And I asked him, when? When were you going to tell me? All this while you were driving me around to hospital back and forth and you knew what you did. When were you going to tell me? Femi, you watched me do 3 IVFs. You watched me inject myself every single morning. And you would think he's sorry. But guess what? He turned around and said, well, the IVF wasn't going to work anyway. And I told him, yes, of course, it wasn't going to work because of you. And you knew it. And you sat down in those waiting rooms every single time, knowing what you did. He did not deny it. He did not even as much as try to deny it at all. He just sat on the kitchen table staring at me. He didn't deny it. And guess what? I haven't even found out the worst yet. I had my husband deported back to Nigeria where he belongs. And this is why. So after my husband confessed to me that he has a secret son from a secret relationship from a woman called Ronke in this same United States, and for 10 years of our marriage, I didn't know about it. I took the woman's name and I searched for her on Facebook. Luckily, she was on Facebook. I left her a message on Facebook, and after 1 hour, she replied. And it was as if she has been waiting for this day to come. So after she replied me on Facebook, we exchanged numbers and then we started talking on the phone. And that's when she revealed more information to me. During the 10 years of our marriage, Femi had introduced his sister to me, called Blessing, who lives in Nigeria. And she will call me most times. I call her too. I mean, she's my sister-in-law. I will send her money from time to time, especially during festive period. Most Christmas, I send her money. And here is the part that will shock you the most. I'm just finding out from Ronke that this Blessing is not Femi's sister. It is Femi's wife, his legal wife in Nigeria. He married her in church and both in court. They got married 5 years before Femi married me. So now, I had just found out that I am just his American arrangement to adjust his immigration status in America. And so I didn't confront him immediately. I needed to take my time and gather all the paperwork, all the evidence I needed to report him to the immigration. And so I hired an attorney in Nigeria to help me get all the necessary documents, all the court marriage papers that I need to be able to file a report against it. 3 months after that, the attorney contacted me. She said she had every document ready, and I went ahead and I filed the report to immigration. And so he came home one evening and 2 things were waiting for him. 1, the immigration investigation notice was waiting for him on the kitchen counter. Number 2, me sitting across the table waiting for him. He picked up the notice, opened it and read it, and then sat it down on the table. He turned around and looked at me with an expression I have never seen on his face for 10 years we have been married. He gently sat down like something had been removed from his legs. And I told him, you called that woman your sister. For 10 years, you called her your sister, Femi. For 10 years, I have sent her Christmas money. For 10 years, I have prayed for her on the phone. While all this while, she was your wife, married in 2009, in court. He tried everything he could that night, crying, begging. He offered me money. He even offered me vasectomy reversal. He said it was okay that we can now have kids. I told him, the investigation is already open, Femi. There is nothing I can do for you at this point. I mean, your own paperwork is stopping for you. Few months later, he was placed in immigration detention center, and 4 months after that, his green card was revoked. He filed in for appeal, and his appeal was denied. And 14 months later, Femi Adeyemi was deported back to Nigeria, where he belongs. And I was in my kitchen sipping tea. My phone was off. There was nothing left for me to witness.
Okay, this is so sad, so sad indeed. And this is a complete, what we call the wicked heart of a man towards a woman. This Femi of a person deserve every punishment that he went through. This is the height of wickedness. You don't do that. No matter what. Even if you are looking for papers, there are ways to do it. Yes, as I said earlier, I blame the woman for not doing a proper background check on the man. At 28, she's still okay. She has not become old. Yes, it's true that some women, some girls are always afraid of that. But she married this man as if she was desperate of the marriage. This led to her not doing a proper background check. A proper background check would have stopped this thing initially. Now, the funniest part of it, she now did this background check after everything done scatter. The opportunity where she used the send lawyer to Nigeria, to go and verify from the registry and every other things. Now, this thing she's supposed to do first. Because as a woman where they Yankee will get paper, she's supposed to know vividly that if a man, and this is a man she met in Yankee too, and the man no get paper, she's supposed to know, say, this man is definitely looking for papers. She for use one leg enter, use one leg they outside, but she just carry herself as if the whole world don't reject them already. She can't see person will accept them. It's too bad. What the man did is so condemnable before God and man. You don't do that. You kept a woman for 10 good years. You know that this woman, she wants children. You know that very well. But you are busy building your own family in Nigeria. It's wrong. Waiting this man for just do is simple. Give am belle. Una go still the born. If na 3 or 4 as the woman wants, una go still born. What is there? You don't get 2 family there. One for Yankee, one for Niger. What is there? Hmm? No be say the woman na Yankee girl o, na Nigerian girl, confirm Nigerian babe. No be say you no go talk say na white person. If I born there, my pikin don't go. No, confirm Niger. This man for give am belle, they go born, live like family. Then maybe after you don't born like 3 or 4, or where they don't finish born, where they don't finish born wetin they won't born. You go come tell am say, Madam no vex o, see as e be o. Na because of paper. And I don't have any other option. Do you understand? Based on the children where they don't get, this woman no go take am to this level. But he betrayed this woman, allowing her to go through so many pains in the name of she said she defied Pekin. It's not good. We have to do something that, if we look at it before God and man, it will be justified. In fact, this family of a man supposed to be tied on a tree. The whole community, the whole village, from his village will give him strokes of cane. They go flog and tire. Now, how do you expect other women in Yankee or other Western world to help other black men where they find papers. It's not good. This is highly condemnable. I remember my friend that has such an issue. My guy got a woman from USA and he was looking for papers to, you know, when they discussed, he told the woman clearly, this is what I want. Do you understand? I don't marry for Niger, but things they're very hard. I need to look for a greener pasture in US. The woman, a woman from Imo State, she accepted to become the second wife. They discuss it out. Everybody knows everything about it. The woman brought this guy from Nigeria down to US. They are living there now peacefully and happily. And to make things so easy, the family the man left in Nigeria, all of them are now in USA working together, living separately, but they are working, living happily. So I don't know. I don't know. This man Femi is just like a weapon, you know, fashioned directly to this woman to destroy her life. But it's not late. Yes, at 38 is almost late for women, but she should pick up from where she stopped. She will still get someone that will be interested in her and she will still born. I feel her pain. I feel everything she passed through. It's so sad, so sad indeed. Whatever we do as men, we have to be very, very careful. This story is a straightforward story. Not be story where you go say, uh, make you come listen from the man. No, this is a straightforward story because when this whole thing started, we've been following up. We've been following it up. We know how when it started, and thank God that finally she has caused the deportation of the wicked Femi. Serves him right.